God is great in the house. Excuse me. Bernie H is here, locking 99. I am doing much better. Just like remnants of my head cold, but I'm doing better. That's why I figured, okay, after the weekend, I think I might be back to somewhat normalcy. And we're going to see how things go today. Scooch this over a little bit. Get everything that we're going to do today. Oh, I like that. But I'll put that over here. So other than that, hopefully you all are having a great day. Let me get my computers all set up and processing so we can get into today's content. So we're going to start off with a Hall of Fame Friday on Monday and end the week with a Hall of Fame Friday on Friday. So we will have a double Fairfield this week. We'll be running out. Good thing you asked me there, Locke, how many Fairfields you have left, Donald. I have this one. I have one for Friday, and I believe I have one spare one for next week. And I've got 2 hobby boxes left that we'll be getting to eventually also. And then I'll be all caught up on all my unopened packs. Outside of my packs I use for my Patreons, which I'm running low. That's why I'm probably going to discontinue my Patreon packs that I did for a trial for this year. I'll think of something else different for next year. See if I need to change it. Okay, I will get some more out this week. Oh, that's no problem, Jason. Thanks for any content you help me with. It's much appreciated, that's for sure. Let me make one check here. Get this computer over here logged on. Get this one over here. I just set these both up so I can look at the chats in both sections depending on what I'm doing with my computers here. But we'll be getting into our regularly scheduled programming here shortly. I gotta see in a second here. It looks like it was 2:04 was God is Great, so 2:09, 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go in our content so far. Get our 5-minute early bird people in here. Get their credit for their entries into the October giveaway. Let's see, when do we end the month? It's on a Tuesday. So it'll be on Halloween that we end the month. That'll be a fun stream. That'll be a fun stream on the 31st. Hallows Eve. Or Halloween. Hunter, yes, your package will be going out tomorrow when they pick up the mail. God is great, your package will be going out tomorrow when they pick up the mail. Same with Bernie H. Your prize that you won, I'll be putting that in the mail tomorrow with everybody else's. I believe that's all I can see for the ones here. So yes, tomorrow I will be caught up on all my Patreons and all of my let me get this over here real quick. Let me get this over here real quick. So I can bring this one to the front. Let's see. Oh, what do I got? I got 2, 3. What do I got here? Oh. What on earth? Oh, weird. I'm confusing myself now. Close that one. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. I see it now. Wait, do I have this in the wrong spot? Yeah, I do. That one goes over here. This one can go over here. Okay. I think I've got my app. There we go. And the early birds. There we go. It's official. I can start now. 5 minutes. Got everything on there. Yeah, I just got a little tickle left in my throat. It's funny, when I get a head cold, it goes here. It hangs and lingers up here till it goes and finishes my eyes. My eyes are doing much, much better today. Yesterday I had to keep taking my glasses off because they would start watering. So it's just the tail end now. End of early bird entries for October giveaway. There we go. Okay. And put that on. There we go. So we can go through the commercial break. Again, unless we get more people to sign up between now and the end of the year. New 2023. If I have at least half the teams claimed, which I don't, we only got 1, 2, 3, 4 teams claimed right now. We've got the Yankees, the Pirates, the Reds, and the Angels. That's the only 4 teams that I have claimed right now. So I'm probably gonna discontinue the new Patreon tiers, but I'll leave the Hall of Fame tiers up there in case anybody wants to be a Patreon member that way. I still have a faithful few on my Hall of Fame Patreons. My special team Patreons. Again, this is October. We're going to go November. When I send December's out, that'll be the last one. And for those that are here, I'll discontinue those, so you can choose if you want to sign up for the Hall of Fame, or between now and then, if people give me some ideals of what you'd like to see for a Patreon type package from moi, you could let me know. But the new 2023 Patreon tiers, these new tiers are repack boxes of your favorite PC team or teams. Limit of 2 teams per Patreon. $10.99 for a Carefield, contains 1 pack of unopened cards. $14.99 for a blaster box, contains 3 packs of unopened cards. $24.99 mega box, contains 5 packs of unopened cards. If you want the full meal deal, or a Carefield, a blaster, and a mega, you can get a monster box. Again, it contains a Carefield, blaster, mega, with all the above mentioned information. Every box contains a sticker certified packing and a guaranteed hit in every box. Alright, so that finishes off that stage here. Now, in our next stage here, we go into our prizes. We are at 304 entries as of last week, but today is the 9th, so we're going to be doing early since this was a bonus, so at least I've got the space here, because then we go 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and yes, I do have it continuing on the next page. From the 19th to the 20th, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, ending on the 31st. But we are at 304 entries so far this month, and now we are going to add on the entries for today, this bonus day. Good thing I had the space here. Let me go up the top here and let's start going down the list. We've got God is Great. God is Great here with a 2+. Okay. Followed by Bernie H with a 2+. Followed by Lockin99 with a 2+. I just go back to where I've got my open space in your name slot, God is great. God is great. Bernie, locking 99. Locking 99. God is great. We got a Hunter Busher. Hunter Busher. Oh, got you there, but we're going to get you with a 2+ there, Hunter. Alright. And then, who do we got here? Any more? That looks like that ends. So if I missed you for Speak Now or Forever Hold Your Peace, I've got Bernie H, I've got God is Great, I've got Logan 99. I put you on the wrong spot. Put you on the wrong spot there, Logan. You're over here at 2+ for your name. And Hunter Busher. So 1, 2, 3. Only 4 baseball players? Can that be right? Can that be right? I guess so. That's right. A lot of people didn't know I was going live today, so but I did put something in the in my community tab. So God is great, Bernie H, Lockin, God is great, Bernie, Lockin, God is great, Hunter Busher. And that looks like that's it. So 4 baseball players. After the baseball players, we'll be doing our normal routine. We will have the baseball game. We will have trivia today. We got to do Fridays. We got to do the weekends. And we got to do today's, the holiday, Monday, the 9th of October. So we'll see. I don't know if we'll make it to the 400th. We only got a few batters, but we've got 4 batters. So first up the bat's going to be Bernie H, followed by God is Great, followed by Lockin, and Hunter Busher. You will be batting cleanup today. Hopefully you guys have been watching the playoffs. I've been watching when I can. I always enjoy the playoffs to see what teams get eliminated and then who gets to go to the World Series. I'm rooting for possibly Minnesota and the Philadelphia Phillies. That's who I'd like to see. That would be awesome for me. My dad's was from Minnesota, and I enjoyed watching the Philadelphia Phillies when I was a kid growing up. So that would be my 2 choices there. So, without further ado, Bernie H, you are up to bat. You are up to bat there, Bernie. So let's get going with Bernie here real quick with his 2 at-bats. A rebound. A 5+ and out gives you a +5 there, Bernie. So +5 for Bernie. For him being the first batter. Next up to bat will be God is Great. For his 2 at-bats, God is Great is up next. Here we go, Titus. Got a 5-pointer and a single. 5 + 3 is 8, so +8 for God is Great. And yes, I'll be sending your package out too. A couple of cards for you of your favorite player. That's what I chose for my prize for you this round, so that way I can just put it in a regular envelope coming your way, just in case you're wondering. Okay. Oh, yeah. So other than that, I'll clear the board here. And next up to bat is Lockin 99 with his 2 at-bats. Let's see what Jason gets here. Whoa! That was a slow bunt. But that gives you a 4 plus a 2 for the triple. That's 6 plus 6 for Lockin. Alright, I gotta clear the batting cage here. Reload for Hunter Busher for our last batter. Alright. So our last batter, Hunter Busher. Here we go, buddy. Whoa. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm getting too close to the edge there. That's why it hung up on that slow bunt there. Oh, rebounded. Oh, foul ball. 2-pointer and a foul. So 2 points for Hunter. gives you 4 entries so far. Next, we'll move into the trivia stage. Let me put the batting cage away for now, unless we get any super chats. Again, that will still work there. As soon as I see Jay, might just have to send Jay something for that $12, $11, I mean, in super chats. Was it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Yeah, $11 in super chats from Jay. Didn't get enough interest for the super chat giveaway for the hobby box, so I'll give him his super chats back. Okay. When given the opportunity to do so. Pretty sure he's monetized on his channel. Maybe he just does it when it's live. I can't find any of his videos where it shows, or maybe you have to have a certain amount to get people to just donate to you anytime they want. If they watch a video and you want to super chat, they can do that. So we're going to get into our trivia stage now. We're going to do Fridays, which is a trivia, Saturday and Sundays, which is a trivia, and Mondays, today's is a trivia. So 3 different trivias going here. Let me just do a bum, bum, bum. What is that anyway? Why does it give you, what's a fan? It says super chats, super stickers, channel memberships, and gifting. What does that say? Switch it to that. Huh. Supers and highlighted member messages show up here. If you change filters, this filter will only show your last 100 fan funding messages. Oh, I see. So it just puts it in a fan funding mode, huh? Does anybody know what that means when you put it in fan funding mode? Just kind of curious. Chuck the Free Sports Cards is in the house. How you doing there, Chuck? Thanks for popping in here. You've got a package coming your way. It'll be sent out tomorrow when the mailman picks up my mail. Don't know for sure what that means, but let's go back to the live chat. That way I can see the chat there. Alright, so get ready for our trivia stage. We're going to have 3 different trivias. Each one will be worth 5 points. 5 points. That one's just got one answer. Oh. Oh, our next one's going to be a tougher one, so that one will probably be worth... Ooh, so this one will be a 5-pointer, the next one will be a 6-pointer. And the last one will be a 5-pointer. So the second one could be up to that. It just filters out the chat in case you missed a super chat or something, so you can go back and catch it. Oh, that makes fun. Oh, okay, so if somebody says you missed a super chat, you can go back in here and see if there was any fan funding that you missed. That makes sense, especially for those big YouTubers that get super chats all the time, like Eric Jabs. I just leave it on live mode because I don't get many super chats. I'm going to do 3 different trivias today. 3 different trivias. And then we will get into our biography. We will do the Fairfield Friday. And then we will do the family mail call from Ethan. This is my Patreon package. I'm going to open this up. This came in over the weekend. So before I get into the trivia, let me get a sip of water and clear my throat. Alright, so for our World Series question for Friday, October 6th, 2023, last Friday. The baseball birthdays for last Friday were Ruben Sierra, Jim McLaughlin, Jerry Groot, and Alfredo Griffin. But our trivia for today, again, whoever gets it correct first gets 5 entries into the monthly giveaway. Which year was there the largest crowd for a World Series game? Was it A, 1927? Was it B, 1947? Was it C, 1948? Was it D, 1954? Or was it E, 1959? Again, after I read through it the second time, I will give you the go-ahead to start your guessing. And that's when you can put your answers in there, okay? So, which year was there the largest crowd for a World Series game? Was it A, 1927, B, 1947, C, 1948, D, 1954, or E, 1959? Start your guessing now. Okay. Hunter, you sure? You got it correct, Hunter. You got it correct. It was E, 1959. I was 1 year old when that happened. So, Hunter, you got the first trivia correct here for 5 entries. So let's go ahead and go through this real quick. It says, which year was there the largest crowd for a World Series game? 1959. The answer on the back, E. On October 6, 1959, the Dodgers hosted the White Sox in Game 5 of the series, playing at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, their interim home. The Dodgers led 3-1, but the White Sox prevailed that day 1-0 before a throng of 92,706, exactly 56 more fans than the day before. The Dodgers won the game 9-3 and took the series. So congratulations there, Hunter, on getting that first trivia done. Okay, I'll tell you to get a piece of paper and put down the letters A, B, C, D, E, and F. Again, get a piece of paper, write down these choices for our next trivia here. A, B, C, D, E, and F. Let me see how they got these laid out here so I can give you some pointers here. Okay. Okay, got it. So, our Saturday, October 7th birthdays were Chuck Klein, Evan Longoria, Bud Daly, and Mookie Betts. And for Sunday, October 8th, 2023, the Sunday birthdays were Danny Murtaugh, Wally Moses, Donnie Bush, and Mike Morgan. But it involves team history, so you got to know your team history for this one. It says, okay, it says rank the following non-steroid era single season home run leaders in Red Sox history. And what I would prefer you do on this one is give me the letter and the sequence for the answer here. So again, rank the following non-steroid era single season home run leaders in Red Sox history. Okay, so A is Carl Yastrzemski, B is Jim Rice, C is Jimmy Fox, D is Tony Armas, E is J.D. Martinez, and F is Ted Williams. Okay? So I'll read through it one more time. When I read through this second time, I'll put it in the chat to start your guessing. Okay? So you guys can have some bonus time here. Oops. And I'll give you 7 if you get all 6 right, but if not, depending on how many you get right in the correct order, if it's not all 6, you'll get however many you got correct. Okay? And we'll limit it here on this one. As far as the time, I'll keep an eye on the time. But again, rank the following non-steroid era single season home run leaders in Red Sox history. Again, A, Carl Yastrzemski, B, Jim Rice, C, Jimmy Fox, D, Tony Armas, E, J.D. Martinez, and F, Ted Williams. So put whoever was first, do number 1 and their letter, number 2 and their letter, number 3 and their letter. Okay? Because that's going to make it easier and less confusing for me. Okay? If you put it in numerical order and then put the letter by who was first, who was second, who was third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Okay? So start your guessing now. It's a little bit tougher, but if you get it, if not, whoever gets the most correct. It's not too bad. We got at the most 7 people here. So it's a little tougher one. Not that easy. I can read through again since the clock started, but we're going to stop at 2:35. I'm going to end the guessing. Then I'll see who's got the closest. Let's see, I'll check Jason's out here. Oops. I think I know what you're saying there. A, B, C, D, E, and F. That's a different kind of way to do it, that's for sure. That is what you told us to write down. Yeah. A. Carl Yastrzemski, B. Jim Rice, C. Jimmy Fox, D. Tony Armas, E. J.D. Martinez, and F. Ted Williams. And then you need to rank them in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I kind of see what you did there, Jason, but it's you got A. Fox, but A's Carl Yastrzemski. You got to rank him as to the number, but so far what I see you've got I know this is a little tougher. We'll let it go for yeah, actually you're the only one that followed through with it and got some semblance. I see what you did. You put Fox first, Armas second, Yaz third, Williams fourth, Martinez fifth, and Rice sixth. I think that's what you were trying to do there, which Fox is first, and then Rice was second. Third was I'm confused as to the way they got this laid out. It's so and then it should have been Yaz third. Then fourth Armas, Martinez, Williams. Ted Williams won. Hold on. Tell you what, for now it's going to be between Hunter and Locken. But I don't think... Okay, I see. So Hunter looks like, let me see. Number 1 is Fox. Number 2 is Rice. You got Yastrzemski. Number 3 is Yaz, not Rice. And then fourth is D, E, and F, Tony Armas. So 4th, 5th, and 6th, D, E, and F. Oh yeah, D, E, and F can be the last 3 in any order really, which would be Armas, Martinez, and Williams. Armas, so on Williams had the most all-time in home runs. But you got to remember, it's Red Sox. Only when they played for the Red Sox. So some of these played for multiple teams. So yeah, rank the following non-steroid era single season home run leaders in Red Sox history. So now it's single season. Yeah, single season, right. Single season. It's the single season home run leaders in Red Sox history. Yeah, that's the key there. Had the most all time in home runs. Yeah, but so I'm probably gonna end up. No, it doesn't say all time. It says rank the following non-steroid era single season home run leaders in Red Sox history. So yeah, it looks like. Okay, let me go back real quick. Fox was first. Second was Rice, but Jason said Armas. Third was Yaz, which is 2 correct. Then D, E, and F. D, E, and F would have been Armas, Martinez, and Williams. So Jason got 4 correct. Hunter got, let's see, Williams, no. Yaz, no. Third, Rice, no. Third was Yaz. Fox, Armas, and Martinez. Yeah, I think you got 2 correct. If it was all time, you would be right. There you go. Yeah, so Larkin, tell you what, it was kind of confusing and stuff, but I'm gonna give you each 5. I'll give you each 5 on that one because that was a confusing one. So 5 for Hunter, 5 for Larkin, and everybody should be happy on that one, I hope. Because now we're going to go on to Monday, today, to move along here. Hall of Fame, okay? Hall of Fame. So the birthdays for today, Monday, October 9th, 2023, is Joe Sewell, Ruby Marquardt, Joe Pepitone, and Brian Downing. And it is a holiday today, Indigenous Peoples Day, or commonly known as Columbus Day, observed. And it is Thanksgiving in Canada, for those that are thankful in Canada. Alright? Okay. I will give you 5 points on this next one. Out of the 6 choices, there are 2 correct answers. So if you get the 2 correct answers first, you will get 5 points for the trivia question, okay? Alright, Hall of Fame. Okay, let me get the chat ready here for Start Your Guessing. Okay, again, 2 correct answers. Whoever gets the 2 correct answers first in the chat after I put in Start Your Guessing, you will get 5 entries if you get the 2 correct first. Who hurled the most 15-win seasons? Who hurled the most 15-win seasons? Was it A. Christy Mathewson, B. Pete Alexander, C. Walter Johnson, D. Cy Young, E. Greg Maddux, or F. Warren Spahn? I'll read through a second time. Hall of Fame related. Who hurled the most 15-win seasons? Was it A. Christy Mathewson, B. Pete Alexander, C. Walter Johnson, D. Cy Young, E. Greg Maddux, or F. Warren Spahn? Start your guessing now. We got a C and E, we got a C and E, we got a C and D. Again, keywords in the question. Who hurled the most 15-win seasons? Remember, if you're changing your answer, make sure you delete the wrong one that you put up there. And get a sip of water while you guys are figuring this out. Got Lockham, Bernie, Chuck, Bernie, Hunter erased his. Bernie erased one of his. So we've got Lockham and Chuck and Bernie. We got Hunter with D and C. Oh, the order doesn't matter. So far nobody's guessed the right combination yet. Nobody's guessed the right combination. Chuck Dupree Sports Cards got it right. D and E. Cy Young and Greg Maddux. Way to go, Chuck. Alright. Tomorrow's will be awards for our Tuesday. Okay. So, Hall of Fame, who hurled the most 15-win seasons? Was it A. Christy Mathewson, B. Pete Alexander, C. Walter Johnson, D. Cy Young, and F. Warren Spahn? It says Greg Maddux wasn't on the list. He's on my list here. And the answer is D and E. D and E is Cy Young and Greg Maddux. It says Young and Maddux won 15 or more 18 times. A winner of 511 games who peaked with 36 in 1892. Young did it with 4 teams. The Cleveland Spiders, where'd I go? Cleveland Spiders, St. Louis Cardinals, Boston Americans, later the Red Sox, and Cleveland Naps, later the Indians, winning 355 games. Maddux won between 15 and 20 games, 17 seasons, straight seasons, in 1988 to 2004. And in 2006, Maddux is the last hurler to win 350 games. Roger Clemens is not counted by two federal investigators in the Balco Bay Area Laboratory Cooperative case make his steroid use irrefutable. What? I never knew that about Clemens. Oh, is that why Clemens never really got That was a tough one. Boom. Alright, so Chuck got the 5-pointer on that one. Chuck Dupree got the 5. Alright. So there we go. That is our trivia for today. Now it's time for our GIL Hodges Hall of Fame Friday. Okay, I'm going to set this off to the side for now. I'm going to put this over here so we can see it at least. We're going to open up that. This is being our highlight. And then we're going to open up that. That's Ethan's Cards and More, my Patreon package from him that I get every month. And GIL Hodges here. He's going to be our Hall of Fame biography for today for episode 137, GIL Hodges. Hopefully you all enjoyed the trivia time there. Oh my word, where'd he go? What's that? You gotta bear with me a second here. Cool. My computer burped on me for some reason. Oh, come on. Sorry. The devil's in the details. Either Shirley. All right, Gilbert Ray Hodges. Gilbert Ray Hodges, born Hodge on April 4th, 1924, and passed away on April 2nd, 1972, was an American first baseman and manager in Major League Baseball who played most of his 18-year career for Brooklyn and the Los Angeles Dodgers. He was widely regarded as the Major League's outstanding first baseman in the 1950s, with teammate Duke Snider being the only player to have more home runs or runs batted in during the decade. Hodges held the National League record for career home runs by a right-handed hitter from 1960 to 1963, with his final total of 370 briefly ranking 10th in Major League history. He held the National League record for career Grand Slams from 1957 to 1974, an 8-time All-Star. He anchored the infield on 6 pennant winners and remains one of the most beloved and admired players in team history. A sterling defensive player, Hodges won the first 3 Gold Gloves and led the National League in double plays 4 times and in putouts, assists, and fielding percentage 3 times each. He ranked second in National League history with 1,281 assists and 1,614 double plays when his career ended, and was among the league's career leaders in games, 6th with 1,908, and total chances 10th with 16,751 at first base. He managed the New York Mets into the 1969 World Series title, one of the greatest upsets in sports history, before his death from a sudden heart attack at the age of 47. He was inducted into the New York Mets Hall of Fame in 1982 and into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2022. As far as his early years, Hodges was born Gilbert Ray Hodge on April 4, 1924 in Princeton, Indiana, the son of Charles P. Hodge, a coal miner, and his wife Irene Nee Horstmeyer. He had an older brother, Robert, and a younger sister, Marjorie. At some point prior to 1930, the family name was changed from Hodge to Hodges. When Hodges was 7, the family moved to nearby Petersburg. He was a star 4-sport athlete at Petersburg High School, earning a combined 7 varsity letters in football, baseball, basketball, and track. Hodges declined in a 1941 contract offer from the Detroit Tigers, instead attending St. Joseph's College, with the hope of eventually becoming a collegiate coach. Hodges spent 2 years at St. Joseph's competing in baseball and basketball. He dropped out after his sophomore year, accepting a contract from Stanley Feasey, a sporting goods store owner and part-time scout, to sign with the Brooklyn Dodgers. Age 19, Hodges was called up to the Dodgers and made his debut on October 3, 1943 against the Cincinnati Reds. The last game of the 1943 season, playing third base, he went 0-2 with 2 strikeouts and made 2 errors. A few days later, he entered the United States Marine Corps to serve in World War II. As far as his military service, Hodges entered the United States Marine Corps during World War II after having participated in its Reserve Officers Training Corps program at St. Joseph's. He served in combat as an anti-aircraft gunner in the 16th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Battalion, participated in the battles of Tinian and Okinawa, and received a Bronze Star Medal with Combat V for heroism under fire. Following the war, Hodges also spent time completing coursework at Oklahoma City University, near his hometown, playing basketball for the Mighty Oaks, joining the 1947-1948 team after 4 games, with a 1-3 record. They finished at 9-10. One of his teammates, Bob Lumar, would go on to star at the University of Louisville and play in the NBA. After being discharged from the Marine Corps in 1946, Hodges returned to the Dodgers organization as a catcher with the Newport News Dodgers of the Piedmont League, batting .278 in 129 games. They won the league championship. His teammates included first baseman and future film and television star Chuck Connors. As far as his baseball career, yes, Hunter, pretty much I'm probably about 95% baseball. I like doing a lot of the baseball history, talking about teams, talking about the sport of baseball, and anything baseball related. So yes, you could say I'm a baseball. Hence, Don Blomdahl, Hall of Fame veteran sports cards and collectibles. Yeah, it does say, I guess it could have said Hall of Fame veteran baseball cards and collectibles. Could have did it that way, but I just left it at sports. But down the road, I have done football in the past. Went through all the football Hall of Famers, all the classes of the Football Hall of Fame, done all the classes of the Baseball Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure I did the Fred McGriff and the Scott Rowland. I'll have to double check in my Hall of Fame class playlist, but I've got all from the beginning through all the new ones. I'm pretty sure. If not, I'll do one with Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland when I get a chance here. But yeah, for the most part, that's what I do. Okay? I have done football, but I don't do it on a normal fashion. I'm not a real super football fan. I mean, I like watching the sport. I'll watch football games. I know how it's played and all that good stuff. But baseball's my main. Then football, basketball, I can do without. But I know there's a lot of basketball fans out there. You got baseball, basketball, football. You got hockey, ice hockey. I have a little bit of ice hockey, but I don't do much on ice hockey. But yeah, I don't know. I don't do football that much. When it's the off season on baseball, we'll do something. Sometimes we'll do other things. I might pop up some baseball. Sometimes if I find some baseball cards, I'll open them up on the channel. Usually I won't keep them in the PC unless they're Seattle Seahawks or something. Then I'll usually put them up on eBay and sell them if they're better cards that people might want to buy. Alright, but as far as his baseball career, let's go into that right now. The Boys of Summer. Hodges was called up to Brooklyn in 1947, the same year that Jackie Robinson broke baseball's color barrier. He played as a catcher, joining the team's nucleus of Robinson, Pee Wee Reese, and Carl Furillo. With the emergence of Roy Campanella behind the plate, manager Leo Durocher shifted Hodges to first base. Hodges' only appearance in the 1947 World Series against the New York Yankees was as a pinch hitter for pitcher Rex Barney. In Game 7, but he struck out. As a rookie in 1948, he batted .249 with 11 home runs and 70 runs batted in. On June 25, 1949, Hodges hit for the cycle on his way to the first of 7 consecutive All-Star teams. For the season, his 115 runs batted in ranked 4th in the National League, and he tied Hack Wilson's 1932 club record for right-handed hitters with 23 home runs. Defensively, he led the National League in putouts, 1,336 double plays, 142, and fielding average, .995. Facing the Yankees again in the 1949 World Series, he batted only .235 but drove in the sole run in Brooklyn's only victory, 1-0 triumph in Game 2. In Game 5, he hit a 2-out, 3-run homer in the 7th to pull the Dodgers within 10-6. but struck out the end of the game and the series. On August 31st, 1950, against the Boston Braves, Hodges joined Lou Gehrig as only the second player since 1900 to hit 4 home runs in a game without the benefit of extra innings. He hit them against 4 different pitchers, with the first coming off Warren Spahn. He also had 17 total bases in the game and tied for most in Major League history. That year, he also led the league in fielding, 994, and set a National League record with 159 double plays, breaking Frank McCormick's mark of 153 with the 1939 Cincinnati Reds. He broke his own record in 1951 with 171, a record which stood until Don Clendenin had 182 in 1966 for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He finished 1950 third in the league, both homers and runs batted in with 113, and came in 8th in the most valuable player voting. In 1951, he became the first member of the Dodgers to ever hit 40 home runs, breaking Babe Herman's 1930 mark of 35. Campanella hit 41 in 1953, but Hodges recaptured the record with 42 in 1954 before Snyder eclipsed him again with 43 and 56. His last home run of 1951 came on October 2nd against the New York Giants as the Dodgers tied the 3-game National League playoff series at a game with each with a 10-0 win. New York won the pennant the exact next day on Bobby Thompson's shot heard around the world. Hodges also led the National League with 126 assists in 1951 and was second in home runs, third in runs, 118, and total bases, 305, fifth in slugging percentage, and sixth in runs batted in with 103. Moving on to Los Angeles, prior to the 1958 season, the Dodgers relocated to Los Angeles and became the Los Angeles Dodgers on April 23, 1958. Hodges became the 7th player to hit 300 home runs in the National League, connecting off Dick Groat of the Chicago Cubs. That year, he also tied a post-1900 record by leading the league in double plays with 134 for the 4th time, equaling Frank McCormick and Ted Kluszewski's. And Don Clendenin eventually broke the record in 1968. Hughes' totals were 22 home runs and 64 runs batted in, as the Dodgers finished in 7th place in their first season in California. He also broke Dolph Camille's National League record of 923 career strikeouts in 1958. Excuse me. In 1959, the Dodgers captured their first pennant in Los Angeles, with Hodges contributing 25 home runs, 80 home runs batted in, and a batting average of .276, coming in 7th in the league with a .513 slugging mark. He also led the National League with a .992 fielding percentage. He batted .391 in 1959 World Series against the Chicago White Sox, his first against a team other than the Yankees, with his batting average of .276 coming in 7th in the league with a .513 slugging mark. He also led the National League with a .992 fielding average. He batted .391 in the 1959 series against the Chicago White Sox, his first against a team other than the Yankees, with his solo home run in the 8th inning of Game 4, giving the Dodgers a 5-4 win as they triumphed in 6 games for another series championship. In 1960, Hodges broke Ralph Kiner's National League record for right-handed hitters of 351 career home runs and appeared on the TV program Home Run Derby. In his last season with the Dodgers in 1961, he became the team's career runs batted in leader with 1,254, passing Zach Wheat. After being chosen in the 1961 MLB expansion draft, Hodges was one of the original 1962 Mets, and despite knee problems, was persuaded to continue his playing career in New York, hitting the first home run in franchise history by the end of the year, in which he played only 54 games. He ranked 10th in MLB history with 370 home runs, second only to Jimmy Fox among right-handed hitters. He also held the National League record for career home runs by a right-handed hitter from 1960 to 63 and held the National League record for career grand slams from 1957 to 1974. After 11 games with the Mets during 1963, which he batted .227 with no homers and was plagued by injuries, he was traded to the Washington Senators in late May for outfielder Jimmy Pearsall so that he could replace Mickey Vernon as Washington's manager. Hodge immediately announced his retirement from playing in order to focus on his new position. His last game had been on May 5th in a doubleheader hosting the San Francisco Giants, who had, along with the Dodgers, moved the West Coast to the West Coast in 1958. Career overall, Hodges batted .273 in his career with a .487 slugging percentage, 1,921 hits, 1,274 runs batted in, 105 runs, 370 home runs, 295 doubles, and 63 stolen bases in 2,071 games. His 361 home runs with the Dodgers remain second to in team history to Snyder's 389. His 1,614 career double plays placed him behind only Charlie Grimm, 1773 in National League history. To Fred Tenney's 1,363 and trailed only Ed Konechny's 1,292 among all right-handed first basemen. At the start of the 1963 season, prior to his retirement, Gil Hodges had the most hits, home runs, 370, ever by a right-handed batter up to that point in time. Okay. So on to his managerial career. Hodges managed the Senators through 1967, and although they improved with each season, they never achieved a winning record during Hodges' time as manager. In 1968, he was brought back to New York. The 1969 Miracle Mets. In 1969, Hodges led the New York Mets to their winning season in the National League East title. They swept Atlanta Braves in the inaugural best-of-5 National League Championship Series, and they went on to beat the heavily favored Baltimore Orioles in the World Series in 5 games. Okay, his death and impact. On the afternoon of April 2nd, 1972, Easter Sunday, Hodges was playing golf in West Palm Beach, Florida, because the exhibition game between the Mets and the Expos was canceled due to the first ever players' strike. He completed 27 holes of golf with the Mets coaches Joe Pignataro, Ruby Walker, and Eddie Yost when he collapsed en route to his motel at the Ramada Inn across the street from Municipal Stadium, then the spring training facility of the Atlanta Braves and Expos. Hodges had suffered a sudden heart attack and was rushed to Good Samaritan Hospital, where he died within 20 minutes of arrival. Pignataro later recalled Hodges falling backward and hitting his head on the sidewalk with a sickening knock, bleeding profusely and turning blue. Pignataro said, "I put my hand under Gil's head, but before you knew it, the blood stopped. I knew he was dead. He died in my arms." A lifelong chain smoker, Hodges had suffered a minor heart attack in 1968 during a game in late September. Jackie Robinson himself, with heart disease and diabetes, told the Associated Press that he was the core of the Brooklyn Dodgers. "With this and what's happened to Campy and a lot of other guys we played with, it scares you. I've been somewhat shocked by it all. I have tremendous feelings of Gil's family and kids." Robinson died of a heart attack 6 months later on October 24th at the age of 53. Duke Snider said, "Gil was a great player, but an even greater man." "I'm sick," said Johnny Padres. "I've never known a finer man." A crushed Carl Erskine said Gil's death is like a bolt out of the blue. Don Drysdale, who himself died in Montreal of a sudden heart attack in 1963 at the age of 56, wrote in his autobiography that Hodges' death absolutely shattered me. "I just flew apart. I didn't leave my apartment in Texas for 3 days. I didn't want to see anybody. I couldn't get myself to go to the funeral. It was like I lost part of my family." The wake was held at Torregrossa Funeral Home on Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn. The funeral was held at Our Lady Help of Christians Church in Midwood, Brooklyn on April 6th. Approximately 600 people attended the services inside, while thousands of mourners attended outside. Television broadcaster Howard Cosell was one of the many attendees at the wake. According to Gil Hodges Jr., Cosell brought him into the back seat of a car where Jackie Robinson had been crying hysterically. Robinson held Hodges Jr. and said, "Next to my son's death, this is the worst day of my life." As far as honors, in 1969, Hodges received the Bronze Medallion, New York City's highest civilian honor, from Mayor John Lindsay. On April 4th, 1978, what would have been Hodges' 54th birthday, the Marine Parkway Bridge, which connected Marine Park, Brooklyn, and Rockaway, Queens, was renamed the Marine Parkway Gil Hodges Memorial Bridge in his memory. Other Brooklyn locations named for him are a park in Carroll Street, a Little League field in Shell Road, Brooklyn, a section of Avenue L, PS 193, in addition to part of Bedford Avenue, Mid-Brooklyn, is named Hodges Way. A bowling alley in Mill Basin, Brooklyn, was formerly named Gil Hodges Lanes in his honor. His Hall of Fame candidacy and election. For decades, there was controversy over Hodges not being selected for induction in the Baseball Hall of Fame. He was considered to be one of the finest players of the 1950s and graduated to managerial success with the Mets. However, critics of his candidacy pointed out that despite his offensive prowess, he never led the National League in any offensive category, such as home runs, runs batted in, or slugging percentage, and never came close to winning a Most Valuable Player award. Additionally, until the election of Tony Perez in 2000, every baseman in the Hall of Fame had either 500 career home runs or batting average over 295. At the time of Hodges' death, the BBWAA had only elected two position players, Rabbit Moranville and Roy Campanella, with batting averages below 285. Hodges not having been voted in MVP may have resulted in part from his having some of his best seasons, 50, 54, and 57, in years when the Dodgers did not win the pennant. Veteran Committee candidate. First, the BBWA candidate. After last playing in the major leagues during 1963 season, Hodges first appeared in 1969 ballot, receiving 24.1% of the ballot by the BBWAA electors, with 75% the threshold for election. He was considered annually through the 1983 ballot. His 15th and final ballot appearance under the BBWAA rules at the time, he appeared on 63.4% of the ballots in 1983 voting, and the highest percentage of his candidacy. Hodges collected 3,010 votes by the BBWAA from 69 to 83, the most votes for an unselected player until surpassed by Jim Rice. In 2008, prior to Rice's election to the following year. As far as his Veterans Committee candidate, Hodges was considered for selection by the Hall of Fame Veterans Committee starting in 1987. Voting by the committees was held in closed sessions for many years, but the results are known for Hodges in 2003 voting 61%, 2005 65, 2007 61, 2009 43.8. Each time Hodges fell short of 75% minimum required for election. And then the final section here, Golden Era Golden Days candidate. In 2011, Hodges became a Golden Era candidate for consideration to be elected to the Hall of Fame by the Golden Era Committee, which replaced Veterans Committee in 2010. In December 2011, voting by the committee took place during the Hall of Fame's two-day winter meeting in Dallas, Texas. Induction to the Hall of Fame requires at least 12 votes, 75% from the 16-member committee. Of 10 candidates, Ron Santo was the only elected, having received 15 votes. Jim Catt, 10 votes, and Hodges and Minnie Minosa were tied with 9 votes. Hodges' next opportunity under the Golden Era Committee was in December 2014, when the committee voted at the MLB winter meeting. Hodges received only 3 votes, and none of the other 8-player candidates in the ballot were elected to the Hall of Fame, including Dick Allen, Tony Oliva, who fell 1 vote shy of 12-vote threshold. On July 2016, the Golden Era Committee succeeded by the Golden Days Committee 50 to 69 era. Hodges was one of the 10 nominees named on November 5th, 2021 to the Golden Day Era ballot for the Hall of Fame consideration. On December 5th, the Hall of Fame announced Hodges' election, having received 12 of 16 votes to meet the 75% threshold. Hodges was formally indicted on July 24th with his daughter Irene delivering a speech on his behalf. So there you have it. let me do a recap of Gil Hodges here for his stats and his Hall of Fame induction. He was a first baseman and a manager, born April 4th, 1924 in Princeton, Indiana, United States. Died April 2nd, 1972 at the age of 47 in West Palm Beach, Florida. Batted right through right. His MLB debut was October 3rd, 1943 for the Brooklyn Dodgers. His last appearance was May 5th, 1963 for the New York Mets. His MLB statistics: his batting average 273, home runs 370, runs batted in 1,274. His managerial career, he had 650 wins, 753 losses. His winning percentage put him at .463. As a player, Brooklyn and Los Angeles Dodgers 43, 47 to 61. New York Mets from 1962 to 63. As a manager with the Washington Senators 1963 to 67, the New York Mets 1968 to 71. He's an 8-time All-Star, 49 to 55 and 57. 3 times World Series champion, was 55, 59, and 69. 3-time Gold Glove Award winner, 1957 through 59. Hit 4 home runs in 1 game, August 31st, 1950. Los Angeles Dodgers number 14 retired. New York Mets number 14 retired. New York Mets Hall of Fame. And again, he was a member of the National Baseball Hall of Fame, inducted in 2022, last year, with a vote of 75% of the vote. The election method was the Golden Day Era Committee. So hopefully you enjoyed that one. The Hall of Fame induction for Gil Hodges. Oh, Phillies up 1-0. Phillies leave the bases loaded in the first. Oh my word. Good. Alright, so that is Gil Hodges. So, at the end of the week here today, this week, we will be doing Trevor Hoffman. I think I've got some baseball cards of Trevor Hoffman, I'm pretty sure. I just couldn't find any for Gil Hodges, but we will put him off the side here, so I know to bring Trevor Hoffman out next. Okay, we'll leave this here, right near the Donald Plumdahl head here. And again, we'll open Ethan's package after we open up the Fairfield. Oh, I would think so. I would think probably most of his kids are still alive. Yeah, it didn't really say much in his biography. Sometimes it'll say when information about kids and stuff like that. There we go. We got a 2018 card on the back here. And what's our... Whoop. Oh, we'll figure that out. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, Red Sox. But there we go. We got a pack of baseball cards. We'll open that up when we're done. I will put this aside. Nothing left in here. Let's see. What was the date on this box? I didn't even think to look before I opened it. It was October of 2022. October of 2022 on that one. Okay. Let's go through these cards here and see who we've got here. Then we'll open up the family mail call package, and then we'll be done for today. Ooh, we went an hour and a half. Well, it's a Hall of Fame Friday. Those are always longer videos. But Matt Barnes with the Boston Red Sox. We've got Austin Nola. Austin Nola with the Philadelphia Phillies, 2019. We've got a Giancarlo Stanton with the New York Yankees, All-Star Game 2017. Another All-Star Game 2017, Jesse Hahn with the Oakland Athletics. Eric Haase with the Detroit Tigers. Shout out to Dragon Fan Tim. Next up, we've got Adam Duvall with the Atlanta Braves. That's a 2021 card. They are putting in some newer stuff, that's for sure. And oh, and his wife passed away last year. Huh. Interesting. Thanks there, Hunter. Rowdy Talese with the Milwaukee Brewers. Ozzie Guillen, Diamond King for the Cleveland Indians. Tom Prince with the Pirates. Willie Frazier with the Angels. Paul Gibson with the Tigers. 91 score. Andre Thornton. Forgot to bring out my list here. Check my questionable ones. Alvin Davis for the Seattle Mariners. First Mariners sighting today. Junior Felix with the Blue Jays. Lloyd McClendon. There's Terry McGriff with the Reds. Rudy Law with the Royals. Ed Nunez, 1987 Seattle Mariner. Alright, Jack Clark with the Boston Red Sox. Gene Mulch with the Angels. Bill Long with the Cleveland Indians. Or no, Chicago White Sox, not Cleveland Indians. Sorry about that. Chicago White Sox, Fred Manrique. Doug DeSenses, now with the Cardinals, was on the Angels. Doug DeSenses with the Angels. Doug DeSenses. Hold on. There we go. There's our Fairfield double. I know, Doug DeSenses there. That's our Fairfield double there. Delino DeShields and Jason Grimsley with the Phillies. Oh my word. We had a double. A double Fairfield double. A double Fairfield double. There we go. How's that for a double Fairfield double? Is there a third? Can we do it triple? Tim Laker with the Montreal Expos. Bobby Castillo with the Dodgers. Johnny Grubb with the Tigers. And who do we got here? Brooke Jacoby with the Indians. We got Dan the Man Wilson with the Seattle Mariners. Alright, Craig McCurdy with the Braves. Jason Davis with the Indians. Julian Taveras with the Indians. Matt Noakes with the Detroit Tigers. Jay Howe with the Dodgers. Dennis Rasmussen with the Padres. Dave Martinez with the Expos. Jeff Reed with the Reds. Ron Robinson with the Reds. Ivan Calderon with the White Sox. Hubie Brooks with the Mets. Oh, boom. Is this a Mother's Cookie? Yep, Mother's Cookies. Norm Charlton with the Mariners. That's pretty cool. Mother's Cookie card for the Mariners. Todd Stottlemyre with the Blue Jays. Brian Meyer with the Astros. Bill Gullickson with the Reds. Joe Orsuluk with the Pirates. I wonder where they get these cards from. I don't know. I think people must just donate the cards. Charlie Ho with the Tigers, and Alan Anderson with the Minnesota Twins. So nothing to write home about in that grouping, that's for sure. We got those. We got the two Doug DeSensei's Fairfield doubles. Then we got these two, the Delino de Shields and the Jason Grimsley with the Expos and the Phillies prospects cards. But that was another Fairfield double. I don't believe we had any other Fairfield doubles that I remember. Yeah. Those are the two that stood out. They were pretty close together there. Feel like bought collections and they seem to be getting better lately. Have a few chrome cards and finest stuff like that. Yeah, I've seen different odd things like that that show up in there, and then some newer cards, which is kind of nice sometimes. Okay, let's open up this Don Russ pack and see what we can find in here. I think this is 1988. 1988 Don Russ. What can we find in this guy? There's our puzzle piece. Let's see. Let me do this here. I'm going to move that one over here because I can't get these on the screen here. These base cards here. I'll go through and pull out any rookies for my rookie box there. Put this little puzzle piece here. Let's see if we get anything. Oh, Ken Phelps with the Seattle Mariners. Another Mariner card. Ken Daly with the Cardinals. George Brett, our only Hall of Famer so far. Got one Hall of Famer. Jeff Sellers with Boston. Guy Hoffman with the Reds. Gary Gaeta, Diamond King. Bo Diaz with the Reds. Mark Kubica with the Royals. Greg Maddux with the Cubs. Maddux is a Hall of Famer, so two Hall of Famers. Don Sutton. Sutton's a Hall of Famer. There we go. We're getting all our Hall of Famers in the Don Russ pack. Larry Sheets with the Orioles. Kevin McReynolds with the Mets. Tom Henke with the Blue Jays. Danny Darwin with the Astros. And Mickey Tettleton with the Athletics. Nothing to write home about, but a couple of Hall of Famer cards. Don Sutton, Greg Maddux, George Brett. Okay. And I have a sneaky suspicion that Ethan's package here, I'll probably have at least a Mariner or two, probably. He knows I like Mariners. We'll see what Ethan found for me this round. Is Ichiro up on the next ballot? 2025, not 2024. So I don't know for sure who's going to be in this next class, but Ichiro will be 2025, Hunter. So yeah, they're already looking forward in Cooperstown to that event. They say it's probably going to be the most attended Hall of Fame induction yet, but we'll see what happens there. Ooh, we got some cards in here. See if I can pull them out. Okay. Boy, Ethan got it into a small package, that's for sure. Oh, we got a Cal Ripken. Guess that's another card from my Cal Ripken. Thanks, Ethan, by the way. I'll be giving you some entries. Let's see. 4. Okay. I don't know how much it cost me to mail that there, but let's see what Ethan sent me this month. It's usually pretty nice stuff that he sends me. Got a Cal Ripken Jr. here. That's a Cal Ripken Jr. for sure. Haven't seen any baseball. Oh yeah, Philly fan. Me too. Oh, so it's 2-0 Philadelphia. Is that what it is now? Cal Ripken Jr. Here's a Ken Griffey Jr. There's an Edgar Martinez. Alright, we got a John Olerud relic. It's pretty cool. Authentic fabric for John Olerud. Usually tries to get me a relic and an auto. Looks like the auto is Mitch Haniger. Mitch Haniger here. Is that triple threads? I think so. Mitch Haniger. 2019. And the John Olerud Classic. Older one. 2001. Ichiro era. That's his rookie year. 2001 for Ichiro. Ethan bought a very nice massive collection. We'll probably have all kinds of cool stuff for Patreon for a while. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. I know I've been trying to catch Ethan, but I can never catch him live. So we'll see down the road. I'll still be able to get into some of his live streams, I think. Let me set that. Let's see if I move that up a little bit. Yeah, I could put another row down. Oh, there we go. I can see them. I can see them now. Alright. See who else we got here. We've got Felix Hernandez. Ooh, that's a thick one. Thick one for Felix. Is that a triple threads? I don't know. Okay, I think he's planning on Friday nights most of Donald Lambda. I guess that's Pujols era also, because Pujols was the National League Rookie of the Year in 2001. Oh, okay. That's cool. Nelson Cruz, outfielder for the Seattle Mariners, Topps Museum collection. And last but not least, so yeah, it looked like 8 cards, which is fine. I mean, I like those. All these, actually. I like the Ripken, like the Griffey. I think I've got that one. And then Gene Segura, 13th inning, walk-off single, stuns the Red Sox. Topps now. I think this is probably an actual Topps now card. This is just a subset. 25 July. Seattle Mariners pull off a 6-5 win over the Red Sox on a walk-off single by Gene Segura in the 13th inning. Wild pitch by Doug Fister allowed Ben Gamel to score the tying run. With 2 outs before Segura's single up the middle, scored Guillermo Heredia to win the game. the two-run Mariners rally in the 13th handed Boston its season high fourth straight loss. Boom. That was awesome. Let me do this. Let me slide these over here. And move these two guys over here for the relic and the auto. Only two is those two. I'll find a home. Edgar Martinez. Can't remember if I did Martinez's binder. No, I don't think I did an Edgar binder yet. I don't believe I have. I don't think I have. That'll be one of the projects up and coming one of these days. Get my Edgar Martinez binder together. Okay. So other than that, let me just set this off to the side for now. Get ready to finish things up here. Give everybody their closing entries here in our end of stream. I'll just put it over here and add them on. So go ahead and end this stream up for now. End of stream, 2-minute warning starts now. There we go. 45, 46, 47. Bernie H is here. Right, Bernie H gets 2+. Chuck Dupree gets a present. +2 for Chuck. Okay. So what do we got now? Just Chuck. Oops, sorry, I did that too soon. That's okay. We'll still go to 347. 347. Hunter Buscher's still here with a +2. Got you, Hunter. I hit the wrong button, but that's okay. I'll keep an eye. It's 346. One more minute if you still want to chime in and get your present at the end of the stream. Okay? So so we only had a couple people there at the end. We have Bernie H, Chuck Dupree, and Hunter. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you all being here for sure. What did I just do? Oh, come on, get out of there. What? Okay. God is great's here. There we go. God is great's here. And he says the kids are saying hello, Don. Konnichiwa. I say, is it nighttime there? Kumbawa, kumbawa. Hopefully you kids are doing good. Hopefully Titus is taking care of you and watching over you. Appreciate you, Titus, and all the kids there in Japan. It's morning. Oh, Ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo gozaimasu. I always get confused on what time of day it is in the land of the rising sun. I know it's a different time, that's for sure. But appreciate you, Titus. Ohio like Ohio State. That's right. Ohayo gozaimasu. Kids are saying hello. That's nice, Titus. Appreciate you, brother. Hey kids, Titus has ice cream. Don't let him deny it. I'm sure if Titus could give them ice cream and was allowed to, he probably would. I know that. Okay, so I got, who'd I get in at the closing here? We had Bernie H, we had Chuck, we had Hunter, we had God is Great. So you all take care. We will see you tomorrow for whatever I end up producing for tomorrow. It'll be a Tuesday, and it'll be fun. And we will see you all tomorrow. This has been Don Blomdahl, Hall of Fame veteran, sports cards and collectibles, having been live with our Hall of Fame Friday on Monday, episode 137, Gil Hodges, baseball game, baseball trivia, Fairfield Friday on Monday, and the family mail call from Ethan's Cards and More. So other than that, you all take care, have a wonderful and blessed day, and we will see you tomorrow. Again, the Patreons and end of month prizes that I gave away for September will all be picked up and mailed by the post office tomorrow. Some of them are here, some of them are downstairs already, and I still have a few more to package tonight. So until then, you all take care. I'm definitely not going to eat ice cream on this freezing day. Oh, is it starting to get cold there? Starting to get cold. Okay. Yeah, it's getting wet and starting to get cold here. Cooler. So until then, you all take care. We will see you tomorrow afternoon, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, have a wonderful and blessed day, and we will see you around the channels. Bye for now.